See, the thing was, when we were kids, we knew everyone, didn't we?
Yeah.
You knew everyone in your street and all that. Now you get young ones come in, they stay 6 months and they're off.
A lot of people, there's still a lot of community spirit. Because we started years ago doing carnivals, and they used to be on for a fortnight. I would see them happen every day. And it was great. Now, the prices are no different at the shops. But in them days, you could get stuff a lot cheaper on the market than you could in the shops. That's why it was so popular. I know, all it is clothes and veg. And there's too many. There's too, when I used to be on the market, there were so many stalls allocated for fruit and veg, so grains, you know. And you didn't have to go in the town for anything. You could buy everything.
Everything was in
the farms. A lot. It's entirely different. So I always say, if someone with a lived in the farms for really developed over years, it's changed the face of the farms from what I knew when I was first married. It's entirely different. So I always say, if someone that had lived in the Thornsby then and never ever been back, came back, you'd see a big vast difference. Where it's just gone gradually.
Over there, where you see those scabby flats,
The new districts that's in now.
they used to be all terraced houses. Over there, and I object to people coming in and thinking that part, they used to be all terraced houses. All years of Ormesby. And I object to people coming in and thinking that part there is all years of Ormesby. Because if you walk this way, you will see there's nice houses, or that way you'll see nice houses with gardens and everything. You know, and that's the one thing about the Thornton annoys me now. Everybody thinks
Came back, you would see a big vast difference. Where it's just gone gradually with us.
Came to our history just today. It is a block away from the library where we meet every Monday and all have our say. He brought youngsters interested in the past, of times that have gone, of buildings that have been demolished. Was it a good thing, or should they have been left? Will the new that have taken their place last over 100 years, or will they seal their fate as they are deciding today? These teenagers who never made the grade, who left school early and are now afraid where to get a job, what they can do to get employment, to earn a living. So Nigel helps them in things they can try, to put them in work, to learn all they can, and computers, cooking, you name it, he does it. I asked him what SHAPE stood for that is their name. He didn't seem to know. So Nigel, I've made this one up. S is for success in getting a job. H to be happy while working on it. A, the ability to try all you can. P for a decent pay to help you cope. E for the energy you will need to keep going. Good luck from my jive.
It's entirely different. So
of course, we'd be on our best behaviour because we had a reputation to keep up.
What reputation was that?
To be clean and tidy, polite.
We used to create bonfires, but we never set them alight. We just used to chase each other off. Like now, if you have a bonfire, some daft idiots set light to it. And then the fire brigade comes out. We've never done anything like that.
It's just gone gradually.
The Ormesby is definitely a worse place. Quite truthful. I don't think we're going to last long. I might see my time out here, but I would advise any young people not to buy, because I can't see any plans for us. They're not spending any money on us. They're being spent on every estate except North Ormesby and Pallister Park. There's a meeting tomorrow which I'm going to at the Cabinet in the Town Hall tomorrow. That's why I wrote that portrait. And it's to decide on the flats. on the marketplace and their decision whether to bring them down. And when they bring them down, whether they rebuild on there, I don't know. But in my own opinion, I think North Ormesby is going to go to the ground.
Well, you see, as I say, I haven't
nothing
been
here.
here very, very long, but coming into North Ormesby and seeing these flats which are around the church, they are an absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
There's mime joints
That-
in these with people in, isn't there?
That people should be asked to live under those conditions. I
When
think
they were first put up in 1974, they were lovely. They were really lovely because I worked on them. I home helped for years for the old people, and they were really lovely. You know, first, second, third floor, they used to have window boxes on and everything. But what happens? The old people die off, and let's face it, they're bringing the scum in. They're bringing the scum into North Ormesby. That's what they're full of. There's some good people over there. You know, there's some very good people. But 81% of them want out. So I live this end. Like I say, I maybe see my days off, but I can't see there being a North Ormesby in the future. You know, we haven't had a penny spent on us. And I mean, I own my own house, work to pay for it. But like I say, I wouldn't move from North Ormesby, never. I love it's my roots here. I mean, I could do, I have family who, I could buy elsewhere, but I don't want to go. I'm happy.
The thing that annoys me about these flats is that they're all called the closes, Wickham Close, Lawson Close, and they're all named after
The
previous vicars of this place, and I think it's a shocking indictment to their memory that people should be asked to live in places named after
they
them.
weren't asked to live in.
No, well,
But
they
it's
are
what
asked.
they made of them.
Yes, but
It's the
I
people
know.
who made them
Yes,
what they
but-
are. Like I say, when they were first built, they were lovely for years. But give us this last 15 years, 52 years.
We have an AGM tonight. I'm on the community council, and there's an AGM tonight in the school over there. If you want to come, 7 o'clock. You might hear what's going on.
Is that Derwent Street School?
Yes, Derwent Street School. Yeah,
All
right
right.
next to the library. Yes.
Right. Yeah, we're on our way there now. So you would like to see all these come down?
Yes, I'd like to see them come down and built like these in this little close here.
Yeah. A nice
I
spot.
mean, it's ideal, that is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pensioners' bungalows in there. It's a nice little community. But this is
Lovely, isn't it?
it's derelict. It is. There's a few different views of what people want. The people that's left in them, they want to stay there. But I mean, just look at the environment. Look at the state of the place. It's a slum, isn't it? I'd like to see it all come down.
There was a section of streets that were literally pulled down. And how personal it was get here. Because I like about the houses. Because you would say people, it was very nice. But then there was a clearance, there was a section of streets
Over
that were
there, where you see those
literally
scabby
pulled
flats,
down.
that horrible council estate over there.
And
They used to be
how
all
personal
terrace
it was
houses.
get here. I like it.
And I object to people coming in and thinking that part there is all the St Ormesby. Because if you walk this way, you will see there's nice houses, or that way you'll see nice houses with gardens and everything. Over there, where you see You those know, scabby and that's the one thing about that horrible council estate out there. See, they're all terraced houses, and that's the one thing about that horrible council estate.
Smotherman, he had the newspaper shop and
That part there is all the St Ormesby.
he had no arms and legs.
Because
He used to sit there all day selling his papers and whatever. He'd have a pencil in his mouth, shoving the change over there, and he could write as good as anybody else through his mouth.
St Ormesby. Because if you walk this way, you will see there's nice houses, or that way you'll see nice houses with gardens and everything. And that's the one thing about that horrible cancer out there.
We used to go to Saltburn for the month of August.
The whole month?
The whole month of August. And we used to go down to the top promenade and sing and dance there.
Oh, lovely.
We are dainty dancing fairies, tripping lightly on our way. Beneath the green tree we flourish as we sing our fairy lay.
And that's the one thing about the song.
Dancing fairies, tripping lightly on our way. Beneath the greenwood tree we flourish as we sing our fairy lay. The dances, we used to make up dances to go to the rhythm. Make up dances. Yes, and another one we used to sing was one of Shirley Temple's. I was at the age when we went to the Shirley Temple song. Oh, and when the guards are on parade as well.
Lovely.
But one she used to sing, and we used to like it as well, was on the good ship, Lollipop, it's a great trip to a candy shop where the butterbomb